Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in. I decided I was going to do a quick video on some of the betas that are out there right now for some popular upcoming games. There's so many out there right now, it was tough to narrow them down, but I've narrowed them down to the 5 that I think, not necessarily the best, but maybe most popular that people will really want to play. As I say, there is quite a lot more, and maybe I'll go through a couple of the others at a later date. These are not in any particular order. They're just 5 of the ones that I think are the biggest and best out right now. Now let's start with the first one, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Almost all of you have heard of Counter-Strike in some shape or form. And for those of you who don't know, Global Offensive is the next in the series of probably the most popular FPS around. Now this beta has been going on for a number of months now. And for people who pre-ordered the game now, they can also get access to the beta. Now the beta is going to run up until the game's release on the 21st of August, so there isn't really that much time left on this beta. The only reason it's included in this list is because I think the game's going to be huge. I mean, I've been in the beta for a number of months now, and the game has progressed a massive amount since its first release. It's night and day away from where it was when the beta first came out. They've listened to a lot of feedback and have made some changes in the right place. There's a lot of tournaments that are now picking up the game, so that's great, for the game. So if you do want to get into the beta, you need to pre-order it. Head over to Steam, do that, and you'll get into the beta for a couple of days before it's released next Tuesday. The next one is a game that maybe not that many people have heard of, called Planetside 2. Now, for those of you who didn't play the original game, Planetside is a MMO FPS like no other, really. Players will pick a faction that they will fight for to control areas of a massive map. Now the game has a persistent model, so unlike other games like Battlefield where you might go into a round and you play so many tickets and you win, with Planetside there is no set winner. Each faction fights for a small individual area, one of many on the map, and they battle out, for areas over this extremely large map to control as much of it as possible. And that's the persistent element. You might go on the server, fight, you might manage to get an area for your team, you might go off, come back, and the dynamics completely changed after a couple of days because it's still ongoing. Now the beta has been going on internally for a while now. More and more public people are being added to it in waves. They're starting sort of like with old Planetside subscribers, then priority keys, and then people who have signed up at the website. So if you want to get into the beta, I suggest getting onto the website now, submitting it, and hopefully you'll get lucky within the next couple of weeks or month. And trust me, you want to be a part of this game. It is free to play game when it's released, so I recommend everyone checks it out. The next one I want to go over is possibly one that not that many people have heard of, probably less than Planetside 2, called War of the Roses. Now, this is a team-based third-person action game. It's actually set in the 15th century, and it pits two rival houses against each other. The House of Lancaster, which is classed as the red team, and the House of York, which is classed as the white team. The game is actually shaping up to be quite nice, and it's certainly a break from the norm, which is, I think, one of the things it's actually got going for it. It's pretty different to most things out there right now. It's got over 30 authentic weapons, from swords, longbows, lances. You can customize your gear and pick your metal type and a lot more. And pretty much melee combat is what this game is all about. This game is about jumping into the action, fighting with some swords. Yes, you can use crossbows, but who doesn't want to lance fight somebody, running around on a horse? You've got to want to do that. In terms of modes, you're not going to be surprised to hear there's the standard, really, team deathmatch and conquest. Now the beta has started for this fairly recently, so if you do want to get on it, go to the website. As always, the link will be below. For all of these, I'll put the link below, and get registered, and hopefully you can get into the beta. Now moving on to ShootMania, which I think is another popular one that's going to be very popular. Popular one that's going to be popular. That makes perfect sense, but you know what I mean. ShootMania is an upcoming FPS game by Ubisoft and Nadio. It is based on the series Trackmania in design rather than its premise. Of course, Trackmania is a racing game, and this is not a racing game, but in its setup, Trackmania was a very sort of cut-down racing game, and this is the same thing. The game differs from many other FPSs in the fact that this is a very, very stripped-down game, and it's made for competitive play more than anything. I mean, when you're playing competition mode, it pits 3 people versus 3 people, so 3 aside. Now, the attacking team can only attack 1 player at a time, and they have a railgun. The defending team have all 3 of theirs with rocket launchers. The attacker must get to and hold a flag for a brief moment in time. The defending team obviously must prevent him. If he gets the point, or if he gets to the flag, he gets a point. Or if he dies, then his next teammate goes out of the 3, then the next one, and then the cycle starts again, up to a predetermined amount of points. You can obviously jump into just a random public game as well, maybe play some team deathmatch, and it is good fun. It's very basic, very simple, but that's kind of what makes it, that's what makes it skillful. So go check the beta out. They are still accepting invites. There's been quite a lot, so if you sign up, there shouldn't be too much issue in you getting in. So again, link below. Go check that one out. And last but not least, as I say, there's many other betas out there now, but I've just picked 5 that I think will be good. Is World of Warplanes. Now, many of you may have heard of World of Tanks. Now, World of Tanks is a free-to-play MMO. It's set in the mid-20th century and throws you into sort of massive tank battles and enables you to level up your tank, build your supremacy. Then you obviously buy new tanks and whatnot, and it's quite a popular game right now. Now, World of Warplanes is something that the creators have been working hard on. So it's a new title from the same guys that brought you World of Tanks. The premise is exactly the same, and for those of you who've played World of Tanks, will be familiar with the game layout and the GUI, as not much has changed in that regard. Obviously, the controls are completely different, as it's an air-based game. Now, I can't tell you anything about the game, even though I am in the beta, because it is under NDA. Like many of these, including if you get into Planetside 2, that is under NDA as well. So if you don't know, that basically means if it's under NDA, you cannot talk about the game, you cannot throw information out on the internet of what you've been playing, you can't post screenshots and videos or anything like that. You agree to the NDA when you get entered into the beta. But head over to the website, sign up. You might get a key, and then you can try this game out for yourself. If you like World of Tanks, then you are going to like this game. So check it out. So that's me done. I'll probably maybe post up a couple more as they turn up. Anything that I see is developing quite nicely. There is one that I think will be hugely popular in War Z. For those of you who played DayZ, obviously they sound quite familiar. War Z is a similar type standalone game that's being created right about now. Not from the creators of Days. The beta on that is due to start very soon, so I'll keep an eye on that. But as of that, I'll see you on the next one. If you do like this sort of thing, subscribe and like, and I'll catch you guys soon.